Running away, staff being hit, kicked, and bit, and police responding multiple times a day. This is happening at residential care facilities for some of the state's most vulnerable children.
All week, 9 Wants to Know and the Colorado Sun are exposing what's being called a systemic problem inside our child welfare system. Investigative reporter Jeremy Hahola introduces us to one mother who knows all too well families are running out of options.
You know, he was great. He was the perfect little baby. He was just really loving and kind, and he had no fear of anyone. When he was about 10 years old is when we started to notice. He asked me what depression is. We got another autism diagnosis. He was also diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD, bipolar, and several different mood disorders. He cared about people so much, and he was so emotionally invested in his friends that when something bad happened to one of them, it would trigger him to try to go into a cycle and try to get to the hospital. The hospital became his coping tool. Timmy could talk anyone out of a crisis because he had all of these tools that he learned at all of these places with all the therapists and the residential. He could talk somebody down out of self-harming, but he couldn't calm himself down. Once he got to that point, he was just lost. And when I walked in the room and saw him, I spent about 12 hours with him, and then he passed away. Timmy was such a beautiful child, and he loved people so much, but he struggled. He struggled with suicide. He struggled with wanting to hurt himself, and so many kids these days are going through that same thing. And we have to be aware as adults, whether we're parents or not.
Timmy's mom sent him to the Tennyson Center, a home for kids in Northwest Denver, to get treatment and to remain safe. He was only there at the Tennyson Center for a few days before he ran away and then died after getting hit by a car. So we will bring you our first story in our investigation tonight at 9 and 10. Kim, back to you.
Jeremy, this problem is so big and so complicated, and there's a lot of questions, but your team has looked at some of the numbers, and the calls to police are really staggering. What does that say?
Well, we've been talking to a lot of people about this issue, and these facilities are essentially carrying what experts call a broken, the burden of a broken system for mental health for children in Colorado. It's a serious problem that we've been looking at for the past several months. Experts say that the staff there are really carrying this issue on their backs because they are prohibited by rules from prohibiting children from actually leaving the facility. So we take a close look at that. And tonight we begin with Timmy's mother. And then tomorrow we're going to continue the week by talking with police and other people about this issue, Kim.
As you said, tonight is kind of like from a parent's perspective, and we'll know more about Timmy's story, but you also talk to staff members, police, and as you mentioned, there's so many issues when you talk about these runaways, how you not restrain, if you will, but make sure they're safe, but not do something that would cause further injury to them.
Yeah, and you know, the rules are the way they are is because essentially these facilities, they're not juvenile lockups. They're homes for children, and the rules have been written in a way to protect the children because you don't want to put hands on children, especially children who come from a troubled history of trauma. Some of these children are living with autism, and so getting physical with these children is an absolute last resort. But the way the rules are now, children can freely walk away from these facilities essentially anytime they want, and the staff are prohibited from blocking them or physically restraining them from leaving. So it's created this situation that has gone on for years, Kim.
Important story to follow all this week. Thank you, Jeremy. We have much more in our investigation with the Colorado Sun online, including an extended interview with Timmy's mom, a deeper look into why this facility and others are calling police. And we also want to hear from you. If you've had a similar experience, text us at 303-871-1491.
Rowdy weather continuing on our Monday afternoon. We're seeing some lightning, but there are rumors on the